Press the wrong button. Hello, hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Hope everyone is enjoying Monday. I didn't forget what day of the week it was. Promise I remembered. Didn't forget. But I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone is enjoying the loveliness that is the start of the week. Was this one? I cannot remember. Was this one where we left the music running? I cannot remember for the life of me. We'll leave it going for now. We'll see when the complaints start rolling in. Oh, now I'm going to bash this more, aren't I? Oh, I knew it was a possibility, but I still did it anyway. Oh well. Right, I am set on live chat. Yes, good. I don't want to miss any of Cow's messages. It's just gonna be chill as normal. No females as of yet. But that's fine. We grind even without them. Yeah, absolutely love the hunt. Always looking forward to the destination. Just, it takes so long to get there. I was also curious. I might have to check it out on Wednesday. If they've updated the shorts streaming, the dual streaming at all. It was implemented, but it was like a really poorly done implementation. Might have to check that out and see if they've made that any better. I think when I last checked it, it literally just took a vertical snippet out of the mainstream. And it was like, oh, by the way, this is another vertical stream. Like, really bad. Very much stayed clear of it as soon as... well, I think I did one stream with it. But it was very much an early... Very much clearly an early test. But no, hope everyone's day is going well. Monday, arguably my least favorite day of the week. Although arguably that's just because it's the beginning of the work week. Hello, how are you doing? My headphones just... Yes. I know I forgot to do something. And it was put them on charge. Put the DS down for a second and grab the charger. How are you doing? Well, hello. I almost did something this weekend that I was a little bit excited to do, but I realized it was probably a good thing I didn't do. Which was try to sell Pokemon ETB, Pokemon Center ETB, so I could go and buy a car. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then I saw what I wanted to buy on Friday. I was like, yeah, it's local. If I sell some bits, I can afford it. I was like, right, I'm ready to go and sell. And I made a plan. There was a trade event going on locally on Sunday. I was like, I'm going to go there. I'm going to cash out the money, and then I'm going to go to the bank, get the rest of the money out, and then head to the place and buy it. And in typical fashion, it was already sold. I think it sold Saturday afternoon, and I cried. I was sad. I was disheartened because I was like, man, I would have liked it. Would have been nice to have. But no, I hope everyone else is doing good. I'm actively playing the game on OBS right now because I changed where the mic is set up, and it's just a little bit awkward to be looking down at the screen because I'm kind of looking through the mic. Probably not the best way to do it. However, I decided it was about time for a change up, and that's what I changed up. Been a lot better than last week. Oh, that's good. Are you feeling much better now? I'm hoping you're pretty much over your cold illness. But yeah, we take all the dubs we can get. I had a support call today that I completely forgot about, and then last minute the client rescheduled, and I was like, thank God, because I completely forgot that I was supposed to be doing that. Yeah, it was fun. Like 10 minutes before the call was supposed to happen, and he was like, can we reschedule it? And I was like, oh. But yeah, no, we can reschedule it. I was like, just let me know what time's good for you. I didn't get a response back, but I'm hoping I'll get one in the morning. Minimal coughing and no more fever. That's good. That is good. The coughing, in my opinion, is the worst part of any cold. When you're like constantly coughing and it's just painful coughing, it's the worst. I'm so happy that I don't get like throaty cough colds that often. I get them sometimes, but not that often. Hey, Cloud. Is today cat themed if I missed something? There's 2 meowdies. And I feel like I'm missing something. But I'm doing well, Cloud. Hope you're doing good. Hope your weekend was good. I feel like I'm out of the loop. Or is this all something you've all plot behind my back? To catch me out. Meowvelous, yeah. I'm glad it went. I'm glad it went that good, Glad. Hey, Andy, how are you doing? Hope your weekend was good. Hope your week is going well. I'm in the zone. That's what's going on. Oh, first female of the day. Not a shiny. That's fine though. We deal with that. We may or may not have crafted the perfect plan. That one I got. The perfect. Very much a cat pun. Oh, nice, Nandy. That's one thing that I'm glad I don't worry about anymore. And that's messaging crushes or anything like that. Oh, when you're happy being single, but then also at the sideway not happy being single, it is a curse. Partners in chaos. That I can very much see. You're like a pair of mischievous cats. Pretty pawsome? Yeah, very pawsome. Another female? Damn. Back to back. We like them. Pretty possum. Have you got just a tab open that's just cat puns? Or are you just off the top of the heading these? That much I've got to know. Not that it takes... Not that it is... Not that I'm going to be like, how dare you. It's impressive either way. There's creative lines and then there's cat puns. Not to say the cat puns aren't creative, but they're another level, right? And owning a cat plus reading all of Warrior Cats. Oh. It's definitely helpful. I do not have some inspiration open, as it can be a bit hard to make cat puns in your non-native language. That's fair, Elo. That's fair. It's definitely why I don't try and make any puns in any other languages, or even English, because, you know, I suffer with that anyway. But no, I would very much struggle with that. Like dog ones, I couldn't do dog ones. I mean, I just couldn't do animal ones. My native language is definitely also not English. 100% not English. My first language, I'm pretty sure, was gibberish. Oh, did I just... Oh, wow. Okay, this aft... Wait, is there a plastic cover on it? Oh, that explains so much. Did I leave it on? I was like, man, this screen that I've got on this DS is scratching up something chronic. Oh my god, that's so much better. I can actually see what's going on. what it was I had the plastic film still on it, and all of that was getting all marked up, and I'm like, just ran my finger across it, and I'm like, man, I just like carved a very big groove into this. That's so annoying. I was like, man, did I just buy a really bad one? No, I didn't. British, yeah, exactly. Tuesday, innit? Bottle of water. What other ones are there? I think that's the main. That's the bulk of them. Is very much the bulk of them. Yeah, I can actually see the screen so much better now, the upper screen. That's so good. Especially for this hunt where it's like useless. It's the lower screen I need, but the lower screen I think is just the original screen. And I think it's just incredibly dirty and I might need to look at cleaning it. How does anyone happen to know the best way of cleaning the original DS screens? Is it just like standard kind of like isopropyl and a cloth? That's kind of what I would assume it is. But I also don't want to assume that it is that and do something wrong. One reason I talk or type a lot in the way I do is because sometimes you talk in riddles. Oh goodness. Lens wipe. Ooh, what on earth is lens wipe? I've never seen nor heard of that before. Oh. I'll have to inquire what my parents use to clean their glasses. As someone who can see, I don't have that problem. I typically don't have glasses cleaning around. I think it depends for what you go for, Andy. Mine definitely didn't. Although I did computer science. So, or no, what did I do? Information creative technology, which was a little bit different. I think I didn't write a single essay. Imagine not having to pay to see 4K. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I can see everything. I can see most stuff most of the time. I feel like part of me is like I'm too cheap to pay for something like that, but then I'll spend money on cards. I'm like, yeah, I'll spend 400 quid on Pokemon cards to open up. Yeah, why not? To make like £2. No, accountant. I don't think you should for an accountant. I think you'll probably end up more doing. You might have a. No, I don't think you'd have a thesis, right? That's more for doctorate, masters and doctorate, right? So you probably don't have. You probably wouldn't have to at all. I wouldn't have thought. That's masters. I knew it was one of them. I knew it was something. Both have different strengths. Oh wow. I've only heard of people like Uello in the forgotten texts of yesteryear. No, the thing is, I know for a matter of fact, I'm more than likely than not going to need them eventually. For me, it's just a matter of time. That's the thing. So I'm going to be smug until I need them, and then I'm going to be like, I was on this team all along. I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to backtrack so hard you wouldn't even believe how much of a master backtracker I am. And I mean, I haven't also properly cleaned my monitors since I got them. I don't know how bad that is. It's not like they're dirty, but I get like specks on them occasionally, and I'm like, man, this is annoying. But I also am like, how long have I had these? Probably 6 years. I think 6 years I've had these monitors. Just trying to think. I don't think I got them when we moved in here. I think I got them shortly after we moved in here. And I only know that because I still have my old monitors in a cupboard. See, the thing is, it's a double-edged sword for me because like I have relatives that started losing their hair young. I started losing my hair young, but my brother's still got really good hair. But I'm like, it's only a matter of time until you too lose your hair. And when it happens, just know the years of you bullying me about my bad hair are going to come straight back in full force. See, I've never cleaned them, but my room does get very dusty. Having a large dog definitely doesn't help with the dust. And it doesn't help that within the last, like, 6 months he started sleeping with me more on a frequent basis. And by frequent basis, I mean every single night. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and he'll just be laying in my bed. And I'll be like, great, thanks, buddy. Or he'll wake me up and beg to go under the covers. Luckily, it's getting a bit warmer, so I'm hoping he'll stop soon, but who knows. It also makes it hot for me as well. I had probably about a year of like not having a buzz cut and like having like a decent haircut. And then I went to the barbers and they were like, oh yeah, by the way, you're thinning up here. And I went, haha, you're joking. And she went, nope. And then I stopped going to the barbers. And now I'm back to buzz cuts. And funny enough, I went round Sunday to my grandparents because we got invited round for a dinner. And my granddad was like, you've got more hair on your face than you have on your head. And I went, yeah, thanks, granddad. I know you don't need to point it out as well. It was great. It was great. Well, thank you, granddad. That does so well for my self-confidence. Arguably, I don't keep up. I should at this point just go full bald. But I haven't like built into a schedule yet to where I can consistently, shave my head once a morning or, do that kind of thing on a regular basis. So I always forget. And then I'm like, I need to shave. And then I'll shave it all off once it grows a bit. And then I'll keep up with it for like 2 or 3 days. And then I'll give up. And then it will just grow. And then I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Buzz cut again. I think people with glasses pull off glasses very well. I've not seen many cases of people with glasses who can't pull off wearing glasses. Yeah, I mean, that that feels like cheating though, Elo. However, I'm very much a case of if you look up like a stereotypical bald man, that's pretty much probably what I'm going to end up going for, which is bald hair and then facial hair. It's probably what I'm going to end up with. If I can be bothered to properly take care of my what is it? Is it self-care? If I can take care of my self-care. Oh, I mean, that's cool. That's cool though, Cloud. Having them swap to sunglasses is incredibly cool, and I'm jealous. I have a similar build to. Oh no! Let me find out. Let me. Man. I have a similar build to. If anyone's seen the 2005 film Robots, I have a very similar build to Big World. And if you don't know who that is, just look up Big World. Robots. I feel like I'm a Mr. Big World. Robots, by the way, if you haven't seen it, is like an insanely funny film. It's got, I think it's got Robin Williams in it. I feel like he voices a character. Yeah, it is a big world. I'd like to think I look more like the slim tall bad guy with who's like overly fixated on his mother, but I'm not, that thin and confident. More of a big world. But yeah, big world. I'm a big old big world. To be fair, I've never had enough hair to dye, and I also don't feel like bothering going for like hair transplants or anything like that. I don't care, so I'm going. I'm gonna just roll with the punches. But no, I'm probably going to end up as a typical bald guy before too long. Facial, a good amount of facial hair, and bald. Gonna be me. But I also don't want to be like that person who spends like 6 hours, like on self-care, like 2 times a week. I just don't know why. I just never felt like that's kind of the, to keep it. Because I think people who actively, I was going to say, care about how they look, to a degree, that is that. But, like, they spend a lot of time shaping and spending on their facial hair. I, for one, don't know if I could warrant the time on that. I mean, I probably could. To the point where I think tomorrow I am cutting my hair, because it has gone to the point now where it is starting to get longer, and I'm starting to notice when I look in the mirror first thing in the morning, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely losing hair on the top of my head. Like, I'm getting like typical, I want to say grandpa hair, you know, where it's the top of your hat, the top of your head is like very not hairy, but then the sides and back are still quite, you know, you've still got a good amount of volume there. That's very much what I've got. And I'm only 26. I'm suffering. But then again, I've had like facial hair since I was like early teens. So I feel like it's a curse. Like it's a curse. It's bound to happen. But we'll see. God, I'm going for any haircut other than decent hair. It was funny because I think the best I looked was in almost 10 years ago in 2017 for my brother's wedding. There's a picture of me and I'm like, damn, I look good. And it was like I had a good haircut. And I was like, I was wearing a suit and I looked relatively healthy in that I wasn't round. But I was like, damn, I wish I could have had that hair for a bit longer. I think it lasted like a total of like a year tops. I'm glad in that I get no attention, which is both a blessing and a curse. Arguably, I'm like, if I went to a gay bar, it'd be the opposite. And I'm sure I'd get lots of attention. Unfortunately, that's just not my type. Not my scene. Me personally, I don't think I'm a fan of like mega long hair. Primarily because I feel like it would be such a pain to take care of. It's like dogs. It's like dogs with long hair. Dogs with long hair, you have to constantly be combing them and getting, you know, a lot of the knots out of the hair. And I feel like that's just the same situation with just long hair in general. I feel like, you know, the shorter hair, in my opinion, for dogs is the way to go. Long hair is always, and I don't know if it's similar. Don't get me wrong, I've never had long hair. I've been single, I've had short hair dogs, and I know people, I've had family members with long hair dogs, so I know how much of a pain it can be. I'm not saying that women are dogs, but I'm just saying in terms of long hair, that's where I'm pinning it off. So don't come at me with pitchforks. Means. Put the pitchforks away. Oh man. Our dog's just asleep on the couch and I'm just like, man, I would love to just sleep on the couch all day, go out for a couple of walks, pee on something out in public, and then be done. Hey Greg, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Your weekend was good. Welcome into the madness that is today's stream. Yeah, see, I feel like shorter hair, though, is just easier to take care of. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Greg. Never goes past your ears. I mean, that's very short. No, I think if I was a dog breed, I would go for... Oh god, I can't remember the name of them now. I know the name of them. Gordon Setters. That's the name of them. They look so majestic. Yeah, see, my hair is like 0. We've always wanted short length hair just because the head banging with long hair seems so much fun. Wow. How short, though, Greg, is your hair? Because I'm balding. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I should realistically be razoring my hair. Arguably, the only razor I've got is a straight edge razor. I've got a see, it's funny, I complain about it, but I've got all the tech to do it. I've got the straight blades. Like the ones they use in a barber shop. Never gone past your shoulders. It's also receding at the front now. Okay. That makes me feel a little better. I think it's just a thing. Yeah, that's the thing, though. I can imagine it's a... again, my example again is dogs. I imagine it's a complete and utter pain if you get it muddy and dirty and all of that. Because dog hair, I remember, is a pain if you get, you know, a long-haired dog hair all messy and covered in mud. I am going to double check. Again, I still think my Big World comparison holds very true. I'm very much a Big World. Right, photos. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the hair does look a bit weird in those pictures. And yeah, I definitely... Oh, okay, no. Looking back now, I definitely think I looked very double chinny in that. Actually, no, I looked like a single chin all the way down. Yeah, I look like a single chin. To be fair, I think my facial hair is filled in a bit better than then. It was very weird. When I got my facial hair, I got my facial hair quite early on, but I had it like on my neck, so it wasn't like on my face. It was just on my neck. So it just looks incredibly strange in that picture. Definitely a bit better now, though. DK, yep. Have a good evening. Good luck in classes for tomorrow. Go and sleep. I'm jealous you can sleep. I mean, well, I'm not going to be that far. I'm not going to be that far behind. Benefits of sleeping early. My goal for the year is very simple. Yeah, the neck beard. Yeah, very much. Now, my goal for the year is very simple. I've got to... Actually, no, it's 2 parts. So I might look like Big World, but my plan is twofold. If anyone grew up with Lazy Town, you'll know the character Sportacus. I very much want to do the push-up. If you've not seen the push-up challenge, have a look at the push-up challenge from Sporticus. Part of me is like, part of me said this year that was my goal. Which is a bloody nightmare. But I said I'm going to do it, so I want to try and do it. The other one was, well, no, I think it's three. I had 3 big main goals. One of them was that. The other one was front flip and or back flip. And then the third one was to lose 15 kilos. I think I can. Hello. Those were my 3 goals. And since coming back from skiing, I've put on 5 kilos of weight. Maybe not quite 5. No, maybe quite 5. I don't know, not the handstand push-up. He didn't do a handstand push-up. He did, the one I'm talking about is the, it's the one that he's doing, 1 arm, 1 leg. Also, I'll have you know, I am like 50% of the way there to being able to do a handstand anyway. And yeah, I have been working on it for a few months, but I'm getting there. And the main thing is building up core strength. Well, it's building up strength in my body and also flexibility as well, which is causing to be more trouble than it's worth, but I'm doing it anyway. But those were my 3 goals. Because I thought you go big or you go home. So I went big. I went very, very big. If I could even do half of like the Sporticus work push-up thing, I'd be happy. I'm at the point where I'm using it as an excuse to do calisthenics. So I'm like, I'm able to do, what is it called? The frog pose, where basically you're on your hands and you're balancing just on your hands. And like you're leaning forward and back to kind of keep your balance. I can do that, which is more than I could do before. So, you know, I'm getting there in terms of like building up the skill set to be able to do it. But I've never been able to do that before. So progress. Progress is progress. Thank you, Cloud. Yeah. Believe. You'll be the one to believe in me. You promised yourself mental health first? Yeah, that's why I didn't go for that. I can have poor mental health and still be decently fit. I probably can't get good mental health. So I went realism. Also, the more I read into the whole Sporticus thing, the more like insane it was. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen anything on the guy who like forefronted Sporticus, look it up. Like, the guy's a legend. He's freaking awesome. Yeah, see, I can't do any of that, but I'd like to be able to. Okay. To be fair, I'm only hoping to do it. So then, when I get more confident in my skiing, I can do tricks on skis. Yeah, you got to build up to it, Greg. Now, I'm focusing on my physical health before I worry about my mental health. But to be fair, the 15 kilos of weight is definitely going to be the hard one for me. I think it's going to be the hardest one. I've been meaning to, and every time I keep meaning to, something pops up during my lunch break, and I can't. I've been meaning to go out on our estate where I work, and I've got an hour lunch break, so I'm like, I'm just going to go and walk for an hour. But I haven't done that yet, and I keep going, I need to. But I've been playing more Pokemon Go recently, so I'm hoping that the combination of that plus doing eggs will hopefully get me out, and, you know, I'll go walk a kilometer or two during my lunch break. Get my steps up a day. Because, I mean, right now, what do? I sit on my arse and stream of an evening. I don't really do well. But yeah, no, I do want to, that's one of my goals. I've got a few. But it's primarily so that eventually, when I go skiing and I feel confident enough to do tricks, I can do, you know, front flips and back flips on skis. But I want to do it to the point where, like, no one else in the family knows that I'm doing it. And then just 1 year when we go, I'm just going to whip it out and just be like, hey, yeah, by the way, guys, I've been working on this for the past year. Watch me, and just go down, just jump, do a front flip, and just be like, you guys suck. It's primarily for my cousin. He speeds everywhere. He's like really confident on skis and absolutely loves it. And I'm annoyed because he's faster than me. But he's been doing it a couple more years, and you know all that. But I want to be like, I want to be the first one to just send it, do a jump, do a flip. Oh no, I definitely don't want my. If I come back with a broken leg, I come back with a broken leg. I come back with a broken leg and a story. Just got to be careful. Well, actually, no. I have to be careful because if I get into a bad enough situation where I can't fly, then it means I can't get home, which then means I can't go to work. And we'll see. But no, it's like I'm spending the time working on my body weight strength. It's one of those that I'm like, yeah, it'd be so cool to work on. I broke my collarbone when I was 5. At a kiddie's playground as well. To be fair, I think that's the only bone I've broken, is my collarbone. It's still kind of funky in its socket even now. Yeah, definitely not a fun one, though. There definitely are better bones to break. I hate my brother. He sent me the dumbest reel. But no, overall fitness is my goal for this year. You broke mine wrestling / roughhousing with a friend. Oh, goodness. No, I never broke anything doing that. Ooh. Yeah, horses are... They're both majestic and terrifying creatures. I think they're so majestic, but they are definitely dangerous. I used to actually horse ride. God, I've also been... We've got a local riding center, and I've been thinking of maybe going back and doing more horse riding. I'm like, man, it makes me seem so posh. Maybe yes, I'm just gonna head down on down to the stables and just get on my horse and go horse riding. But it's been so long, and I'm like, man, I kind of wouldn't mind doing it again. If I'm not allowed on a motorbike again, I'm gonna go horse riding again. One or the other. I mean, I would say work on cooking first, Greg. maybe work on the chicken wings. Also, welcome in, Dom. Hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend was good. Had a few of them locally you could pet and such. Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah, them stepping and them kicking were like the things that scared the living hell out of me. It was insane. Ooh, nice, Dom. I love the Beatles. I love the Beatles. I'm still umming and ahhing about buying one. If they weren't so like maintenance heavy and costly, I would have probably bought one already. But because of how much they cost to keep running, I don't. I was more of a pillow forts guy myself. Nowadays, though, it is definitely more... oh, another female. Nowadays, it is more so I play with guns. Not actual guns, airsoft guns, but still guns nonetheless. And I run around and shoot people. But again, I'll see some pictures, and I'm like, man... I see some pictures of myself from that, and I'm like, man, I look fat. I'm better than I was, not where I want to be. I'm like, man, it sucks. But I also, like... I don't eat probably as good as I should eat. I eat breakfast, I eat dinner. Dinner is typically a well-rounded meal. But breakfast is kind of not, and I kind of need to work on that a bit. And money, though, Cloud. You could do it in other places, but it just costs money to do it. That's the problem. Miniature sheep. Oh, nice miniature sheep. Oh, that's cool, Dom. You live around mountains and hills, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not just global warming. At a certain elevation, global warming doesn't seem to matter as much. It still is a factor, but it definitely seems to like not matter as much if you get lucky with it. Liverpool's Tree Force, critter hunting, playing video games, pastime as a kid. Yeah. Yeah, what was I doing? I mean, I was not a girl, first off. But I was, what was we? We were on an estate. We were building forts. I've never been a big critters kind of guy. And we had an old go-kart that we used to race around. There was a building site quite local to us. That we used to race around. Oh yeah, no, you're very your region is very much flat. I keep meaning to do a like a weekend away somewhere in the UK. And just be like, right, you know what? Friday night, I'm going to go and drive to here and just spend a weekend and come back on Sunday. Find something to do and just do that. But I've not had luck deciding on where I want to go yet. Oh, that's something else I've been meaning to kind of get back into is mountain biking. There's a park we used to go to that I think is still open, and I've been meaning to kind of get back into it. Problem is I can't find a bike rack for my car. And all the ones that I can find are like £800, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get back into the hobby enough to spend £800 on it. God, I gotta stop yawning. But no, I don't think we had anything like trading or anything like that. We used to play a lot on games. But like we never really did a huge amount outside of like a couple of bits. Do you have ice skating? See, that's something I've always kind of wanted to do, but I've never done that. And rollerblading. Funny enough, I was like, I want to get into rollerblading because, you know, it's for the most part requires balance and things like that, kind of like skiing. There's a small similarity between the two. I was like, I want to do that for the summer. I was like, I'm going to get me some nice rollerblades and go rollerblading. And then it was like £100, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it enough to spend £100 on the gear to do it. And I was like, nah, I can't be bothered. However, spending £100 on Pokemon cards, I'll do that in an instant. You know, rip it, find nothing, move on. Maybe I just need to. Maybe I do just need to eat the cost of some of these things that I'm like, you know what, I want to give that a go. Buy it and give it a go. Man, that is insane though. To walk in the canals must have been a trip. Maybe I do cave and get me some rollerblades. Or maybe maybe I'll leave it down to you guys, but maybe I don't leave it down to you guys. I don't think, what were the two? Rollerblades and or what was the other one that I was thinking of maybe doing? Mountain biking. But to be fair, the mountain biking one I feel like is one that I'll be more likely to do. But again, I don't know what it is. I struggle to do things alone. Rollerblades, I like the idea of them. The only problem is there's nothing really around, like the pavements around where I am are really rough, which makes it incredibly like nerve-wracking for me to start. It's the same reason why I kind of didn't get Heelys. I've also been thinking about getting adult Heelys, which I had when I was younger, but I was like, man, the pavements around here aren't the best for it. Like, skills gained from mountain biking would transfer over to regular biking. Well, yeah, the regular biking would transfer over to mountain biking. It's not the main point of me is to transfer skills over, but I'm like, I would love to just do some stuff, you know. They're not the easiest thing to get used to, Heelys. But they were, I used to have them. I got on okay with them. But again, I just feel like I want to just not the whole like side quest thing, you know. That's the big thing at the minute where people are like, you know, focus on side quests. It's like dad lore or parent lore or female or however you want to say it. You know, just kind of build up stories that you can tell, you know, youngsters, whatever. So I was like, yeah, I kind of want to do stuff like that. But then I'm like, how often am I going to really do cool stuff? Probably not that often. Funny enough, I think this year I didn't fall over at all on my skis in the 2 times I went skiing. No, I fell over once. No, I did. I fell over once. Yeah, I fell over once going about 30 miles an hour. It was the only crash I had, though, this year. And I skated twice as much. I skied twice as much as I normally would. So I'm proud of myself. But I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, if I'm getting into rollerblading, what I want to be able to, what I'm going to need is like knee pads, elbow pads, just to make sure that like I'm not going to just like mess up my knees too badly when I fall. I don't think, I shouldn't be thinking of it if, I should be thinking of it as when. It's like the way I'm thinking of it is kind of like bowling with the helper when you were younger, you know, the ski chair similar, the ice skate chair similar to that. No, I'm thinking it was £100 for rollerblades, so it's probably going to be 150 for everything. So, oh, actually, no. Okay, there is a route that I could go to that is pretty decently flat and is pretty decently long where I could do it. But I don't know if... I think I've just got to put myself out of my comfort zone. Where, like, instead of worrying about what other people think, I should just do it for the sake of doing it. For the love of the game, you know? I'm now out of liquid and my throat is starting to hurt. That's good. I'm not going to stop, though, because I'm only going to go to 100 resets today. And then we'll end it there. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I just struggle with being perceived as unique. I was gonna say weird, but you know what I mean? Like weird, unique, however you want to pronounce, you know, it's all the same. By random people, but then it's like I keep getting, and it's weird that I'm taking the bulk of my motivation from Instagram Reels and Shorts and that, but it's like, you know, people don't care. Like, they're living their own life. They don't care what you're doing. Just live your life. And I'm just like, yeah, I should live my life. So, I think I am going to. Arguably, as well, I could also just get to the point where it's like, you know what? I'm going to spend my lunch break at work instead of walking around, just get the rollerblades out and just rollerblade around my workplace, because it's decent over there. Like, the pathways are relatively new, or the roads are relatively new. But yeah, that's where I feel like rollerblading would kind of come into its own, though. Elo, I think, I don't know because I've never done either, but from the outside they look relatively similar in terms of relatively similar sports. Or do I just spend the year? Do I, instead of buying rollerblades, just buy like some more workout gear? That's also true. Yeah, I'm sure nothing does beat it, but don't need anything from you. Ooh, another female. Good luck. Good luck, Cloud. I'm jealous. If I stay here, I won't fall asleep. I will start yawning more, though. That much I can guarantee. The point where it is already starting to happen. As long as it is you prefer just trying to walk to places these days. I mean, I want to get more into walking. That's the thing. As I say, I find it difficult. However, I'm also like, I want to, I keep meaning to take my earphones in with me, but like, I want to just walk around the estate where I work just with the earphones in and just like walk around that and play music for an hour. That's all I need. Just something in my ear just to keep me sane. Ooh, nice, Dom. Is it expensive and rare to find? Because I think that would be cool to own, wouldn't it? But then again, I'm like, I want to play Pokemon Go. So I'm like, I don't mind going around, walking around, but I do it whilst Pokemon going. Oh, I feel like I dropped something and now I have to find it after the stream. Oh no, I didn't. I don't have to find it. There it is. Very rare and super obscure. Oh. Ooh, I hope you can. You thinking you're gonna be able to own it one day? Let's try sentences that actually make sense. Try and own it one day, Dom. Or are you? Is it one of those that's like a holy grail type thing? You admire from afar. Holy grail. I can imagine so. Anything rare like that is always better as a holy grail. Man, I want to sleep. If they re-released it, that card might end up being an unlicensed tribute. Well, that's if they do it though, right? That's if. Do I end up getting more workout equipment? Don't say sleep. Sleep. Nap time. Yawn. Is it like Is it like the dripping faucet? I think seeing workout equipment might motivate you to use it more. I mean, to be fair, like, I think that that could be the case. I just don't know what kind of workout equipment to get. Because I was like, man, I'd love like a pull-up bar. But like I was just like, man, I don't think I'd ever like actively utilize. I don't think I'm at the point where I can pull myself up. So I think I'm looking at a. I think I'm looking more at like a. I was gonna say a dip bar, but you know the kind of the other kind of style. So I was thinking of going for that because again, you can kind of use it to progress up to a pull-up. But yeah, as Elo says, everyone's getting EP. I'm not gonna ubu. You don't get that for free. But I was like, yeah, maybe I'll get getting a pull-up bar, and then I don't think my doorway can support a pull-up bar anyway. But I was looking at like a proper, like full standalone one, but I'm like, that's more of an outside gym equipment type thing, not kind of a in my limited space room type thing. You still said uwu. Too bad Pete gave it away. No, that's not saying uwu. I'm not doing the uwu hands, so it doesn't count. Doing 82. It only counts if I do the hands. Oh no, don't tell me that other one I was looking at sold. No, it didn't sell. Phew. Thank goodness. What do the uwu hands look like? I'm not saying. Everyone's uwu needs hands, but yeah, the other one definitely does not. And I am not saying that for free. Did not expect to hear me say uwu. I can say uwu. I just it's the ara that I cannot do. Yeah, almost got me, Greg. You can't catch me out. Can't catch me out. I'm too smart. Too anxious to say stuff like that. I just don't care. And the internet's the internet. If by some miracle that's what I went viral for, I don't think I would care so long as it would make me some money. It's one of those situations, you know? I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. I don't care. You used to say uwu and the other one a lot, ironically. No, what did I used to say ironically? Probably nothing. Because I am not mega cringe. Beat was out to the furries. Ooh. I mean, have you not heard? Hello, the furries have like the best money. That's the one thing that they're known for, is spending buttloads of money on suits. So Cringe but free, that's true. So I mean, if they wanted to pay, if they wanted to give me money to say that kind of stuff, I wouldn't say no. They all work for Lockheed Martin. They must do. They must all work in like a high government job. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not one to sell out if it means that I wouldn't have to go to work anymore. I'm not above that. I'm not gonna pretend like I am either. Why should I pretend that I'm above you know, above making bank? To be honest, when you stream, you're usually half awake, but I'm monotone. Oh, but you're half awake. So 8, 10, I'm not serious. Bring a monotone so you can't tell. I mean, to be fair, I can't tell because it's all in text form anyway. Yeah, that's the thing though. But I've seen some of the things that furry artists say that they can't do, and that just makes me like insane that it's like people were requesting that kind of stuff. That I think tells you all you need to know about a community is by like how like what they won't do. I'd imagine that so many people have said that now that said that furries that the market is starting to get saturated. I don't know. To be fair, I thought the same about VTubers, but they still seem to be more popping up every now and again. Like every other week, it feels like there's more and more of the anime girl VTubers that are just popping up. At this point, it's so hard to differentiate one from another, in my opinion, as someone who's not a fan of the genre. Yeah, we have nothing against furries. It doesn't matter if you are. Wouldn't matter if you were, Cloud. We have nothing against them. No more than any Pokemon fan. That's true. I feel like some Pokemon fans are closet furries. But yeah, it's definitely a genre. And people like it, and they seem to be money in it. Oh, hello. How is the... Did you... Oh, God, I can't remember now. We did the... Oh, no, you said you destroyed it. Neck snapped on your Eevee. I feel like that Stuart Little, the Stuart Little thing. The Stuart Little? No, not the Stuart Little. What's the movie where the chicken talks about the sky falling? It's not Stuart Little. That's the little mouse guy. It's not Chicken Run. Is it Chicken Little? Oh, it is Chicken Little. There's that scene where he's at the tower and he's like, what did he say? He's like, if I can find it, I'll put it in memes. And it's the guy with the turkey with the carts. With the talking cards. Hold up, I'll see if I can find it. It is Chicken Little. Here we go. All right, hello. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Hopefully see you on Wednesday. I can find the clip. But the problem is I've got the clip on Instagram. I want it on Instagram. Right. Right. Hold up. Where are we at? 6 more resets. 6 more today. Right. Here we go. I got it. Right. Discord. This is honestly what it feels like half the time when I'm trying to, like, say a sentence. Boom. Got it. And it's in memes. I love that meme. I came across it recently and I'm like, yeah, it works. It works well. And it is Chicken Little, by the way. It is a combination of chicken and Stuart Little. That's what I feel like when I get halfway through a sentence and I'm trying to just words and word no work. I find words let me down more than anything else in my life. There's it. Do it. Do it. There's me. Right, here we go. Female. Not shiny. I was hoping. Gonna try focus now for real. Good luck, Cloud. Hope it goes well for you. I find whenever I'm like, I'm gonna really focus now, I never end up focusing, and then I'm like, just twiddling my thumbs, just going, oh yeah, la di da di da. You saw that movie when it first came out and never seen it since? Yeah. Am I recording you? Yeah, 100%. 100%, Cloud. Yeah, just you. No one else. No one else of interest. I keep track of all my members. It's just Greg is less interesting. Now you just called me out. It's all I have it. I struggle with it. Speaking of struggling, I need to like catch up on with someone who said they were going to message me yesterday and then did not. Why is this now not working? There we go. Not sure if anyone remembers me with your Nebula. Unfortunately, Suits and Shadows, we won't remember you if you've changed your name. But I do remember Nebula. The name rings a bell. Are you doing well? Has been a while. Pretty much what I was doing as you described it. Except you fold your arms. Well, there you go then. Yeah, it's really weird. I still don't like the fact that YouTube changed how they displayed names. It's one of those where it's like, it's really weird. Right, here we go. 99. Nope. One more. Last one for today. And then I'm going to go get a drink because my throat is now starting to really kill me. Man. And then Wednesday is Palkia Day. Thursday be nothing, and Friday be the good old worm hunt. Here we go. Last one for today, because I need a drink. Here we go. Female. Not shiny. Oh, I was so hopeful. So hopeful that once it was female, it was going to be shiny. I thought that would have been the dream. But it's not. It's not, and I'm gonna cry. I was gonna cry, but I'm not. Either way. Cloud, I hope you get some artwork done today. hope you can keep going with that. I am going to look at ordering a dip bar for me for working out. And then, well, we won't see Greg on Wednesday because Greg's gonna probably be working out, getting what they called sick. Is it a sick pump? That's what Greg's going for. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else. But yes, Suits and Shadows, Nebula. Let's finally get busy with stuff. Life happens. Don't worry about it, but I hope you're doing well. And it's good to see you. Glad you're doing well. And that is it. I am off to go and spend some moolah. And that's it. That's me done. I'll be back Wednesday. Palkia. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed I get lucky. But we'll see. Either way, thank you very much for watching, everyone. You have a good rest of your evening. I hope you have a good continuation to your week. And I will see you all later. Bye, everyone. Bye, 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 bye.